Hey Ranger, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? This is gonna be your first Christmas. Yeah, you excited? Hey guys, we're getting close. We're so close to Christmas. And we're coming up on the third week of Advent. And on the third week, we light the pink candle. And the pink candle is called the shepherd's candle. Now, this is the candle that represents joy, and we use it to remember the good news that the angels shared with the shepherds. Now is the real time for joy because Jesus is coming soon. Shepherds were some of the lowliest and least respected people in those days, but God chose them to be the first ones to hear about Jesus' birth. Perhaps they were chosen because Jesus is our good shepherd, who laid his life down for his sheep. What do you think of when you think of joy? In addition to the coming of Christ, what makes you happy? I know when it comes to joy, I think of this. The truth, though, is that true joy is not rested upon material things. The source of our joy is not in what we have. It lies in Emmanuel, the name which means God is with us. A feature of joy in the Bible is that it comes through God's saving work. God's presence among his people is not static. When his people experience his salvation, joy flows in abundance. We see it in parables such as the prodigal son, a parable about a young man who leaves home and parties his inheritance away. When he returns with the knowledge of his mistakes, it ends with the rejoicing that flows from restoration, healing, and forgiveness. This teaches us that joy is produced through God's action in our lives. Let's remember that our life is truly incomplete without God. Even during our times of carrying our own heavy crosses, the experience of joy is still possible with the presence of God in our lives. Something else to remember is that while the presence of God in our lives brings us true joy, it is not even a fraction of the joy that awaits us in heaven. Heaven is pure joy. In one of St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians, it is said, "No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined all that God has prepared for those who love him." And in order to get there, Jesus had to have been born. All of this is why we remember joy on the third week of Advent. It also prepares us for the final candle and final week before Christmas, where we remember peace on earth. So this week, think about what joy means to you, both materialistically and spiritually. And how does God bring joy to your life? And I'll see you guys in the next video.